Stop for a moment. Look at your hands. These are the same hands that 300,000 years ago used to paint horses on cave walls by firelight. The same fingers that wove shell beads from a coastline 40 kilometers away. Just because something inside the chest of the person they belonged to needed to make something beautiful. Those hands worked, on average, 17 hours a week. Yours work 40, or however much your phone screen is brave enough to admit. What happened in between? The answer is a single word. A word that didn't exist for 99% of human history. A word younger than the light bulb. A word that in less than 200 years has quietly rewired the human soul to fit around it. Like a vine that grows so thick around a tree, you forget the tree was ever there. That word is career. You may never look at your Monday morning the same way again. A word younger than the light bulb. Here's something most people don't know. The word career, in the sense we use it today, a sequence of jobs, a ladder to climb, an identity to wear, only entered the English language around the middle of the 19th century. It is younger than the postage stamp. It is younger than the photograph. It is younger than most of the buildings in your city. There is an old observation that a fish has no concept of water. It swims through water its entire life and never notices, because there is nothing else to compare water to. For most of us, career is that water. We were born inside it. We learned to breathe through it. We have been swimming so long that we cannot imagine a human life without it. So let us try. Morning without an alarm. Picture a morning 25,000 years ago. You open your eyes. There is no alarm clock, because there is no clock. There are no meetings on a calendar, because there is no calendar. There are no emails waiting for you, because there is no concept of mail, or of waiting, or of strangers communicating across distance. Your body decides when to wake up. Not a screen, not a manager, not a deadline. You sit up next to the warm ash of last night's fire. A few others are already awake, talking softly. A child runs past, chasing a butterfly that doesn't know it's being chased. And the first question that forms in your mind is not, what do I have to do today to get paid? It is something quieter, older, almost unbearably simple. What do I want to do today? That question is so ancient, so structurally human, that every ancestor in your family tree asked it every morning of their life. And it is the question that you, sitting wherever you are right now in 2026, may not have asked yourself in years. Maybe not in a decade. Maybe not since you were small enough to chase butterflies yourself. The body you have versus the life you live. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Your genome, the DNA that controls how you sleep, how you eat, how you bond, how you feel joy, was shaped for that ancient morning, not this one. Your brain still believes it lives in a band of 25 to 150 people. Your body still expects roughly 14 to 17 hours of subsistence work per week. Your nervous system still wants something like 6 hours of face-to-face human contact each day, not 6 hours of glowing rectangles. Roughly 99.7% of Homo sapiens history happened before agriculture. The industrial age occupies only the last 3 centuries. You are a salmon dropped into an aquarium. You can still swim. You can still eat. You will probably survive. But something in you keeps looking through the glass, sensing an ocean you've never seen and cannot explain. The gap between the body you have and the life you live may be the quiet engine behind a lot of what you've been calling personal problems. The work that wasn't called work. Your ancient self might leave camp by mid-morning, but going to work doesn't exist as a concept, because there's no work to go to. There's only what needs to be done today. Maybe you'll follow the tracks of an antelope. Maybe you'll gather roots from the valley to the north. Maybe you'll repair the wooden shaft of your spear. Or maybe you'll do none of these things. Here's the part that breaks most modern minds. Your actions are never separated from their results. You don't earn points and then exchange points for food. You do something and the doing is the food. There's no middle layer, no supervisor, no quarterly review. Anthropologists call this unalienated work. The loop between effort and reward closes inside the same afternoon, sometimes inside the same hour. Now, picture yourself right now, It is roughly 10:30 in the morning in the year 2026. You are typing into a spreadsheet whose purpose you do not entirely understand. At the end of the month, a number appears in your bank account. You use that number to buy food, shipped 6,000 kilometers by people you will never meet, prepared by people you will never see, sold to you by a machine. When the link between action and consequence is stretched too thin, some part of you, the part designed across millions of years to feel pride in a thing done, quietly stops responding. Why free time built civilization. Now here's where the story turns. You might be thinking, ancient people had more free time, so they must have been bored out of their minds. This is the counterintuitive part. Those quiet afternoon hours, the ones we would label unproductive, are precisely where civilization was actually born. When humans are not fighting starvation, what do? They draw, they carve, they make instruments, they tell stories, they experiment. In a cave in southern France, paintings made about 30,000 years ago show horses, lions, and rhinos rendered with perspective, shading, and motion. A flute carved from a vulture's bone, roughly 40,000 years old, has 5 finger holes spaced with such precision that whoever made it clearly understood pitch. Perforated shell beads from a site in southern Africa, dated to around 100,000 years ago, were carried in from a coastline 20 kilometers away. Somebody walked 40 kilometers, round trip, just to make something beautiful out of seashells. This is the twist. Career is not the thing that unlocked human potential. It may be the thing that replaced it. What we dismissively call unproductive free time is the soil where the only truly human things ever grew: art, music, meaning, mythology, the soft, ridiculous things that make us not just primates with rent. Think of a garden. If you till it constantly, it never blooms. The flowers only rise in the patches you have the grace to leave alone. Firelight talk. The sun sets. The fire is lit. And this is the strangest hour of the entire day. Anthropologists who study living foraging communities call it firelight talk. During daytime, conversations among your ancestors were practical. Who saw what tracks where? Which berries were ready? Who is annoyed with whom over what? But at night, when the orange light begins to dance across faces, something shifts. One careful study of nighttime conversations in a southern African foraging community found that roughly 80% of evening talk turned into something else entirely. Stories, myths about how the world began, tales of ancestors who did impossible things, jokes that doubled the group over with laughter, adventures from distant lands. This is where human culture was actually born. Not in the working hours, in the storytelling hours. Now ask yourself a quiet question. How many hours a week do you spend in a real conversation? Not a meeting, not a scrolling session, not a text exchange. Just sitting across from another human, with no phone between you, telling each other things that matter. For your ancestors, that was something like 6 hours a day. For the average modern adult, it is under 40 minutes. Maybe the loneliness you sometimes feel inside a city of 10 million people is not a bug in you. Maybe it is a missing piece in the structure of the life around you. And your body is simply telling the truth. 2 sleeps. Then night settles in fully, and something else strange happens. Something you may have personally experienced and called insomnia. Your ancestors did not sleep in one solid 8-hour block. They slept in 2 phases, a first sleep of about 4 hours, then 1 or 2 hours of quiet wakefulness in the middle of the night, then a second sleep of another 4 hours or so. The middle hours were not a disorder. They were part of the natural rhythm. People prayed in those hours. They made love. They wrote when writing existed. They reflected on the dreams just ending. In the 1990s, sleep experiments where volunteers spent weeks and long, dark nights without artificial light showed their sleep quietly reorganizing itself into exactly this 2-phase pattern. Historical records from medieval Europe contain hundreds of references to first sleep and second sleep as ordinary parts of life. So, if you've ever woken at 2 or 3 in the morning and scolded yourself, "Why am I awake? I'll be wrecked tomorrow," Consider this. You may not be broken. Your body may be reaching for a song it has been singing for 300,000 years. Just because the last 100 years have been singing it wrong does not mean the original song was wrong. Perhaps what you need is not a sleeping pill. Perhaps what you need is permission to do, for 1 hour, the thing your body did every night before Edison. The 24-hour day of humanity. Now step back. Step far back. Not just from your day or your week or your year. From the last century itself. Imagine all 300,000 years of Homo sapiens history compressed into a single 24-hour day. In that day, agriculture appears at around 11:12 at night. Writing arrives at around 11:35. The Industrial Revolution shows up at roughly 11:58. And the word career, in the sense you use it, walks in during the last 30 seconds before midnight. You are living in the last 30 seconds of a 24-hour film. And you are being taught every day that those 30 seconds are real life. And the 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 30 seconds before were primitive, underdeveloped, backward. Maybe that's not the truth. Maybe you are not late to civilization. Maybe you have only just arrived. When someone tells you that humans were made to work, they are talking about the last 30 seconds, not the 24 hours. Don't confuse 30 seconds for an entire life. The question that is still yours. I am not suggesting you quit your job. I am not saying your ancestors were happier than you. They died younger. They buried more children than we will ever have to. Their lives held kinds of grief and fear that we have, with real progress, mostly outgrown. But there is one thing they had that you may have quietly lost. They knew who they were without a business card to confirm it. When someone asked who they were, they did not answer, "I am a marketing manager." They answered with a name, a lineage, a story, a relationship. Their identity could not be fired. It could not be downsized. It could not be restructured. If you take only one thing from these 18 minutes, take this. You are not your job. You are not your title. You are not the number in your bank account. Those things are the last 30 seconds of the film, trying to convince you that they are the whole movie. But the 23 hours before them remembered something simpler, and probably truer. You are a human being, a creature who tells stories around fires, a creature who paints in caves for no reason except beauty, a creature who sleeps in two halves and dreams in the gap, a creature who needs 6 hours of conversation, not 6 hours of overtime, a creature who used to wake up every morning and ask, without asking anyone's permission, "What do I want to do today?" A dolphin born in captivity still swims. It still eats. It still survives a long life. But something in its eyes remembers an ocean it has never seen. If modern life sometimes feels like a suit of clothes that does not quite fit you, perhaps the problem is not that you are the wrong shape. Perhaps the suit was tailored 200 years ago for a species other than the one that evolved over 300,000. So I will end this not with an answer, but with the same question your ancestors asked every morning, 25,000 years ago. A question so simple that the modern world has almost forgotten how to ask it. Tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone, before you remember your inbox, before you even remember what day of the week it is, lie still for 1 full minute and ask yourself this: what do I want to do today? Not what do I have to do, not what should I do, not what am I being paid to do, but I, the creature who paints, who tells stories, who sleeps in two halves, who loves, who wonders, what do I want to do today? Maybe the answer will be, go to work. That is also fine. Maybe the answer will quietly bring you to tears, because it has been too long since anyone, including you, asked you that. That is also fine. But the question itself, the one your species asked every morning for 300,000 years before we invented the word career, that question is yours. It has always been yours. No one can take it away. It is an old key, sitting in your pocket your entire life, waiting for someone to tell you which door it opens. I do not know what your answer will be. I only know that you deserve to be asked.